Dale, dale, de alegría. Dale, dale, de alegría.
Thank you for joining me, Flamengrass. I am interviewing a band as part of Global Music Match today, and today's band are a band from Barcelona called Flamengrass, and they fuse bluegrass with flamenco music together. Can you guys tell me where the idea came to put those two genres together? Because I think it's brilliant. But I've never heard of bluegrass flamenco music before.
Yeah, it's a mix. Wow, flamenco,
Yeah.
American music, and Spanish. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think all of us, we are from different backgrounds. You know, my background, it was more folky, but I studied classical guitar, but I was more maybe folky, and I studied also jazz. But, you know, when I was 20, I was in love with banjo. So I discovered banjo and bluegrass music, and I say, okay, I want to play this instrument. And since then, you know, learning this music, the American, you know, and then thanks to a few banjo players like Bela Fleck or Tony Chivisca, that they opened the window to another music. I'm the bluegrass guy, you know, and then some Carol is another background.
No, I'm from the traditional music, especially from Catalonia, and I have played also flamenco in several bands. One of them was Las Migas, that was also in Global Music Match, I think last year, and so my heritage, my fathers, they are from Andalusia, so when I was a child, I was listening also so much flamenco, and it was nice to mix to cook this recipe together, mixing things, and what it was like. Okay, we are expecting what happens. What maybe the cake is good.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, well, let me say that when I'm, you know, because I've been in the States many times, and many times the musicians there, they ask me, hey, play something from your country, play something flamenco or roots music from Spain. I say, well, I'm in your country because I want to learn your music and the banjo. But I think it was a few years before the lockdown, and especially with the lockdown, that the three of us, we even start thinking about, hey, why not to play music from our country? That flamenco is, you know, all our life is on the head, you know, because on the radio, on TV. So we start doing this, and it was a process, you know, but it was not, we didn't think about, okay, we are going to make a fusion, a new genre. No. It was just casual, you know, and especially it was because we've been invited to play on a festival in California, but it was online. And we've been thinking, okay, we are not going to play bluegrass because they play bluegrass. So we've been thinking, okay, let's play something from our country. And wow, the people was, you know, the feedback, it was great. Hey, we love this format of fiddle, banjo, double bass, and of course, flamenco guitar. So maybe it was the starting about this thing, you know, other musicians telling us, okay, you have to play your music, you know, the lockdown, thinking, more time to relax. And we decided to make this new album. And this new album, and the first is, you know, basically is the three of us thinking about, okay, this is my composition, what we can do together. Okay, maybe this fiddle motif, and it was the starting of this project.
I love that. So Flamengrass is a new project for you guys. It's kind of only existed in the last few years.
Yeah. Well, we've been playing as a trio
together
for many years. But for example, I made an album by my name, and Carol was playing on there. Of course, Maribel. Carol was playing on her own project. We record with them, but because sometimes we think it's nice to have your own name, you know, in the musical business. Okay, it's Luis Gomez or Carol. But now, for example, when we record the album, we say, okay, it's going to be really complex to put Luis Gomez, Carol Duran, Maribel, blah, blah, blah.
Many names.
And we say, okay, let's put a band name. Yeah. And, well, let's see what's going on.
It's my pleasure. I love chatting to you again. I'm so fascinated by this fusion. So your album literally translates in English to mean joy.
Yeah.
What kind kind of shows are you guys playing? Like, is it primarily a festival band, or are you playing clubs, or what does the gig life look like for you guys?
I think this summer we have gone to several festivals here in Europe, festivals of bluegrass, the main festivals here of bluegrass in Europe. So we are so happy to have gone there. And we have gone to several places here in Catalonia also. And we have planned also the concerts in other places of Spain. But it's true that there is no a real scene of bluegrass here, a big scene. So we are trying to develop this scene in folk music, world music. We don't know because it's new. It's a different music. So you can go to the level because it doesn't exist. So we are trying to expand our music and to arrive to other places, other people. There is a dog here.
Another thing is that because the name is Flamengrass, it's flamenco bluegrass. For the flamenco people, we are not flamenco, and for the bluegrass, we are not bluegrass.
Yeah.
So we have a big problem.
We have built this project from the love of the music. So we love so much flamenco, we love so much bluegrass, and we respect so much these styles and other traditional musics and root musics from Spain, Catalonia, and other places. So it was like, okay, we don't want to be, I don't know how to say, we respect so much these styles, and we like to cook these recipes with this love to share to the people, and then to recommend the big artists of each style. So
and also let me say that the name of the album that in English is Joy, but in Spanish is Alegría. Also is two words meaning, because Alegría is a flamenco rhythm. So in English no makes sense, but in Spanish is the alegría of the feeling, but also is a flamenco rhythm. So it was, in fact, it was a Carol idea, and that's one of the things, because also the rhythm of alegría is really happy. So everything is also after the COVID situation, the lockdown, we've been thinking, okay, we need joy.
Always.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. I love that the reason behind what you're doing is so pure, and so I think that's what music is really good for, isn't it? To bring people together and lift people up. I'm curious to know, you're all obviously artists. How do you make the music and the money work in your day-to-day lives? Do you guys have jobs and you're an artist as well, or are you teachers, or do you gig full-time, or what's the economy of music like for a musician where you live?
Good question. And
yes.
The dream,
I teach. I have a lot of students. I teach classical guitar and bass, and it's difficult to live with only with gigs. But there are some people who do it.
I think personally, at least in Spain, and myself was playing banjo. It's really difficult to be a full-time musician touring or playing. So I teach also, I teach fiddle, banjo, of course, guitar, ukulele. So it's one of the things about money, because jazz touring is really difficult, at least for me.
Yeah.
And me, I have been also a teacher so many years, always trying to make this mix of both jobs, because only with music is very difficult to live here. Only very small projects, very few projects can do. And I'm also I am an artist manager. I don't know the name exactly So I work in a festival in Barcelona too. So I do both both things.
All sides, yeah. All
Yeah.
sides of the coin. Around Global Music Match, what do you guys hope to get out of this project as a band? Like, what's the goals?
Well, I think connections, to make new friends, collaborations, maybe travel and play in Australia. Why not? I think it would be a dream.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think the good thing about Global Music Match is this, I think it's the only platform or the only, I don't know the name, to, make collaboration between people that I never heard about you, sorry. And you're a great artist. I love your voice. So I think it's great. It's discover new music and make new friends and new possibilities for the future.
I love that.
Yeah, sure.
I love that. Spread more joy.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, you guys have been great. Thank you for everything today. I appreciate your time.
Thank
I
you.
love your music. I'm going to
you,
play a
Kelly.
bunch of it on my socials this week for everyone to get a listen in.
Thank you.
Any final comments? If there's someone that's new to Flamengrass, they've never heard of bluegrass versus flamenco music, how would you describe it in one sentence for people?
Interesante.
Joy music.
Joy music. Yes,
Joy
I
music.
think it's
Joy
joy music. Yeah,
Oh, I love that.
Nice.
to
I love
share.
that. Wonderful. Well, I'm so excited to collaborate with you guys. I really can't wait to get into the musical side of everything.
Same.
Oh, it's
I
a big
think that's where
pleasure.
we're really going to have some fun, with
For sure.
layering in some instrumentation into everybody's songs and putting
Oh.
your very special flair on it. I'm excited.
Cool. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm really
great.
excited
for
too.
us.
Should be so nice.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Kelly.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.